Hi there! Today we will talk about racial stereotypes. Somehow, a wall of preconceived ideas has formed in my head, and then I realized every day I watch the news. When I wake up, I watch the news when I get home from last night, when I get home from school. I watch the news and before I go to bed. I watch the news every day. I see there's another murder in Detroit, there's another raisin, there's another armed robbery, or there's another rape every day. I see who did it. Every day I see another black male. There's another black male. My whole life news has taught me that if there is another black male in Detroit, you better be afraid of him. That is not true. Same goes for Muslims. 26 dead at the Sandy Hook shooting, 20 which of were kindergarten, and act of violence fueled by political views, but it wasn't called any terrorist attacks. That's because over the past 16 years in America, we have been taught that for something to be a terrorist attack, the predator has to say Allah before he pulls the trigger. That is not true for some to be terrorist attack. You have to use violence to show how you're feeling, to get your point of view expressed. Her violence has nothing to do with your Muslim. Now, but that's how we've been taught whenever there's a crime in America and a Muslim did his terrorist attack. That is not true every single day of my life. The news put on another brick on the swallow preconvinced ideas I don't know. It's not just the news. Whenever you see a movie, let me see a TV show, and there's a gang in there, it's always black. The one time there was a black gang in West Side Story has a bunch of white kids singing and dancing. Whatever you see a terrorist in the movie is Muslim. This is not true. Being Muslim has nothing to do with your tears. Or not being black doesn't mean you're in a gang. Hollywood is portraying is people that way, so every single movie I watched, every single TV show I saw, another brick was added on the swamp of preconvinced ideas. I don't know. I had a little bit counts, right? Especially when you're making a wall. Every little bit counts. Every little joke you tell, add to this wall. If you say there's another blonde girl, you obviously know that in this blonde girl's doing to be dumb. If I say drop your phone in water, put it in a bag of rice, leave it out overnight, you will know this joke's going to be Asian population. Every little bit counts. Every little joke we say, even though we think they're harmless. They just add bricks, launch a wall of preconvinced ideas, and this one just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and no one's doing anything about it. I just want to take a second, and we're just going to see how big your wall of preconvinced ideas is. If I was in your shoes 3 years ago. Howell is giving a speech about being open-minded, and we're just going to see how open-minded you are compared to me. I'd say there's no way that is. Kid is more open-minded than me. He's awake, if and how it doesn't add up right now. It's not there, but let's see. What you gotta do is close your eyes and just imagine what I say. Alright, here we go. An Ivy League student, an immigrant, a criminal, a suicide bomber, a good student, successful person, finally a bad student. You can open your eyes now. If you were able to profile any of those examples by race, by gender, by religion, by age, you have a wall of preconvinced ideas. Like, I forgot those examples. There's no correlation between the two of our lives. We've been taught there is a whole entire speech boils down to one thing. Don't judge a book by its cover. Judge a book by its cover, you will realize that the blonde girl is pretty smart, and it changes the way you see the world.